Okay, good evening everyone. Am I audible, guys?
Good evening, sir. Yes, sir, audible.
All right.
Good
How are you
evening, sir.
guys?
Good, sir.
Good. All right. Is my screen visible? Is it visible, guys? Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so what we
Visible.
will do today, we will revise our concept which is related to function. Okay, so function topic we will revise once again because a lot of students facing difficulty to understand the function. Okay, so before begin with the function, first we should know like why we use function. What is the use of functions in programming languages? Okay, so here you can read in programming languages functions are used to encapsulate a block of code that performs. Okay, so it is giving more technical definition. Functions are a set of instruction bundled together to achieve a specific outcome. Okay, so it is not easy definition. Let me make it easy. So for example, suppose this is what a calculator. Okay, so let me create the screen. Okay, so suppose we have our calculator program. So in calculator program, what we will do, we will create some functions. Like first function, I will create like clear screen function. Another function, suppose delete number. Okay, and another function is for multiplication. Another function is for division, multiplication, percentage. Okay, like if you are creating scientific calculator, then you will create other more functions related to the calculators. Okay, so what we are doing in order to create the function, what we have to do, we have to write the small chunk of code. Okay, which will add some functionality in the calculator. Okay, this is some functionality added in calculator, this is another functionality, this is another functionality. So the block which is containing functionality to do anything, that is known as function. Function is a block of code. Okay, so here we have how many functions, like 3 and 3 6 and 9. So 9 total functions are there, and each block having its own functionality. Okay, so let's see how to create the function. Okay, so how to create the function, we can create a function using def keyword. Okay, with def keyword we can define a function, right? So how to define, just write def, and after that you will write the function name. Okay, first you will write def. This is what I am writing comment is what ignore by the compiler. Suppose if I am writing here print like hello, so I'm writing print statement, but still it will not print anything because Python will ignore the statement which will start with hash symbol. Okay, these are nothing but comments. Okay, so we are not getting anything. So in order to create the function, what we need to use def keyword, and after that we will write the function name. Suppose my function name is greet, and after writing the function name, you will write the parenthesis. This two open and close brackets are nothing but parenthesis. Okay, so once you have created parenthesis after giving the function name, now you need to give colon. Whenever you create block in Python, you use column, because we cannot use here curly braces, because curly braces concept is not there in Python. So that's why we use colon. Okay, so how we will understand whether this statement is inside the function or outside the function? Okay, so this print is what this print is inside function, inside greet. Okay, inside greet function. And this is what? This is outside greet function, right? How we can get to know this? We can identify it with indentation. If a statement following the indentation after the function means that function, this statement inside the function body. And if it is not following indentation, indentation is nothing but a space at the beginning of the statement. So if we are giving tab space, so now it is what? It is inside which function? It is inside the greet function, inside greet function. Okay, so if you want to print anything, we can print here. Okay, like hello, welcome to Python. Okay, here if you want to write something, suppose I am writing this outside the function and I am writing here. Okay, let me write comment outside greet function. Okay, so I'm writing here ending the code. Okay, ending the code I'm writing. So if I will execute the function, so what will happen? How many lines I have written? I have written two lines of print. One is hello, welcome to Python, and second is ending the code. Okay, so if I execute this, so we will get only one line. We are getting only one line, which is ending the code. Why we are not printing this hello welcome to function? Anyone? Can anyone tell me why it is not printing hello welcome to Python? Can anyone tell me?
Because we are not calling the function.
Because we are not calling the function. Okay, so note this point. Whenever we create a function, we need to call the function for execution, right? We need to call the function for execution, but we are not calling the function. We are not calling this function. That's why this function, this complete block is not executing. So if you want to execute this block of code, what you need to do? You need to call this function. Okay, so I will call before this print. So how to call? Just write the function name. What is the function name? Greet, and followed by parenthesis. Okay, so this is what our function name. And what we are doing here? Calling greet function, or invoking greet function. Getting everyone? So if I will run this code, so now we are calling this greet function means it will execute. So what it is printing now? Hello, welcome to Python, ending the code. Are you understanding? And this type of function is nothing but this type of function is known as function with no parameter, no return. Okay, so this function is not returning anything, and this function is not accepting anything. Okay, so it is just printing. Only one line of statement is there. Are you clear with this code, everyone? Don't confuse with comments. These are the comments to explain these line of codes. Okay, so are you understanding, everyone? Are you getting this concept? Yes or no?
Understood, sir.
Okay. Okay, next is, let's discuss about another type of function. So we have another type of function, which is number 2 is what? Function with parameter. Okay, so function with parameters. So we have how many parameters? We have different parameters like required, parameter. Okay, and we have default parameter. After that we have variable length parameter. Okay, I'm writing here like variable length parameter, I'm writing in short. And after that we have another type of parameter which is keyword argument or keyword parameter. Okay, so these type of parameters we have. Okay, these four types of parameters we have. So let's talk about this required parameter. Okay, function with required parameter. So how to create function? Just write the function name. Suppose I'm writing here function name is what? Add. Okay, so I have two values. Suppose I have two values like a is equals to 10 and b is equals to 20, and I want to add these two values. So what I will do, inside the add function, this is what add function. Inside this add function I will write a logic to add these two numbers. Okay, so how I will write the logic? I will write one print, and inside the print I will write addition is. Okay, I will write addition is, and I will write here a plus b. But this function is not having any parameters, so we need to create parameters like a comma b. So now we have two parameters, but who will send the value inside this parameter? So when we call this function add function, how to call? Like this. So when we call this function add, at the time of calling this add function we will pass a and b with its value. Okay, so if we are passing a inside the function, means nothing but we are passing 10. Okay, and this a value will receive by this a. Okay, and this is b. So b is nothing but 20, and 20 will received by this b. Okay, and here we are writing logic to add two numbers a plus b. Okay, so what we are getting? We are getting addition is 30, right? Addition is 30. Or one more thing we can do, we can also use hint parameter, hint parameter. Okay, let me tell you hint parameter. Okay, add two numbers, or we can say function with hint. Okay, so how to create function with hint? So here for example I'm calling this add function. I'm calling this add function and I'm passing a comma b. So where is a and comma a and b values? So a containing 20, b containing 30. Okay, but this add function is user defined or predefined? Is this function user defined or predefined? This is what user defined function. Predefined functions code we don't need to write. Like for example, if I'm using here print, so print is what? Predefined function, means we don't need to write the code for the print function because it is already there in built-in module. But this add function is what? User defined. Okay, so this function code is not available in our built-in modules. So what I will do, I will write here function. Which function? Add function definition I'm writing, and it is sending two values a and b. So here it will receive a comma b. Okay, so I will associate the hint with these variables. Like a is holding what type of value? So I will mention here integer type of value a is holding. As we can see here, 20 is what? Integer type. Similar to b is also holding integer type of value, so we can give hint as integer. B is also holding integer type of value, and here we can print what? We can print like addition is a plus b, right? So this is nothing but function with hint. Okay, why I am associating this hint with this function? So that we can understand the type of parameters, means we can understand the content of the parameters, like what type of data it is containing, so we can understand it with hint. Okay, hint could be like boolean. For example, I'm writing boolean, so means b should have boolean value like false or like true. Okay, so means this b is containing which type of value? Boolean value. But if it is containing this integer values, it's better to type here like int. Okay, if it is containing float value, so what we will write, we will type here hint as what? Float. Okay, and here we are adding it, and here what we are doing, we are calling or invoking function. Okay, so which function we are calling? Add function. Here is the
Sir,
add function definition. Yes, tell me.
if we don't write that int and float, we can associate like we can input any value like
Yes, we can do.
alphabets, anything. If
Basically
we
it is
don't
not
write int and
mandatory. It is not mandatory to write hint. Hint is not mandatory, but it is better. It is better to mention. Okay, so so whenever anyone see your program, suppose right now I am sending this input from this program itself. Suppose this a and b value is coming from a file. If a and b value is coming from a file, so we cannot check what a is containing, what b is containing. Suppose a and b value is coming from different server, so we at that time we are not able to identify what value we need to pass in this parameters. So if you will mention in hint, so always you will have idea like a will always contain integer value and b will contain float value. Otherwise, if it is associated with hint which is integer, it doesn't mean it will not accept boolean value. Still it can accept the boolean value, it can accept float value as well. But it is better, it is better to write hint for the like what we can say, for identifying like what this variable is containing actually, right? Getting or not? है ना? देखो हिंट का इस तरह से कुछ नहीं रहता क्या, लाइक अगर हिंट में इंटीजर दे दिया तो ए ऑलवेज इंटीजर ही रिसीव करेगा। इसमें ये फ्लोट भी रिसीव कर सकता है, बूलियन भी कर सकता है और स्ट्रिंग भी कर सकता है, राइट? बट अगर हिंट हिंट अगर यहाँ पर मेंशन किया है तो रिकमेंड क्या है कि ए के अंदर क्या वैल्यू पास करना है? ए के अंदर इंटीजर वैल्यू पास करना है। सपोज अगर मैं ए के अंदर स्ट्रिंग वैल्यू पास कर रहा हूँ, ए के अंदर सपोज मैंने स्ट्रिंग वैल्यू पास कर दी विच इज नथिंग बट abc. Okay, I'm passing abc inside what? A. But hint is what? Hint is saying pass integer value, but still I'm not passing integer value. Okay, but b, what is the hint associated with b? It is 30.5. So 30.5 is float value, so we are doing it with hint associated with b, but here we are doing wrong. So what will happen if you will run this code? So what we are getting? We are getting error. We are getting error. Why? Because you cannot add ABC with 30.5. You cannot add. Right? So if you will write here integer value, then it will work. So it is working. Okay, it doesn't mean like you cannot pass here a hint is associated with integer hint. So here you can also pass float, no issue. So it is working. Okay, and you can also pass boolean, but you should know like if you will add boolean and float, then it will give some output. Okay, so it is giving output. True means true is nothing but 1. True will convert by the 1. Okay, getting or not guys? राइट, फॉर एग्जाम्पल अगर मैं यहाँ पर 10 लिख रहा
yes
हूँ,
sir.
ठीक है, 10 प्लस ए करूंगा मैं तो क्या होगा? अरे ओके, 10 plus a. If I am writing 10 plus a, it will give error. If I write here 10 plus 20, it will not give error. Why? Because both data type is same. For example, I'm writing here 10 plus 20. What will happen now? What will happen now?
We'll give 10, 20.
It will give 10 20 because both values data type is same. This 10 is what? String type, and this 20 is also string type. So this is what? Concatenation. So we are getting this 10 and 20. If you are writing 10 is what? String, and you are writing 20 as integer, so it will give error because both are not same type. Okay, both are not same type. Okay, so just for better understanding we use hint, nothing else. Okay, next. Okay, so for example, let's understand another function with default parameter. Okay, function with default parameters. Okay, so how to create a function with default parameter? Here I'm creating one function def, and what is the function name? Suppose function name is greet. Okay, and here we have parameter name. Name is what? One parameter, right? And here I'm writing what I will write here. Suppose hello, and whatever name is hello and name. Okay, so for example, if I write here greet. Okay, if I'm writing here greet and I'm passing here my name, so what will happen? This name we are calling greet function. So at the time of calling this greet function, it required one parameter, one argument. So we are passing one argument as name. Okay, so I am passing here my name, and this name will received by name. Okay, after that it will print hello, and after that it will print the value which is inside the name variable, right? So it is printing what? Hello Muhammad Nabir. Okay, because I am passing this name. Suppose if I am calling this function once again without passing any argument, but it is saying what? Pass one argument. But I am not passing here one argument. Here I am passing, which is correct. Which is correct. But here I am not passing means it will give error. So if I will run this code, it will give error. Okay, it is saying what? One missing required positional argument. But what I want, when I don't know about the name, when I don't know the candidate name or student name, so I cannot pass. So at that time we will use default parameter. Default parameters means this is nothing but name is nothing but a parameter. I will initialize this parameter with something xyz. Okay, so if you will not give any name, so it will take default name is what? XYZ, and it will say hello XYZ, or we can say hello like Mr. XYZ. So when we are not passing any name, so what it is saying? Hello Mr. XYZ. If you are passing any name, okay, suppose greet. Okay, I'm passing here name is for Doraemon. So if I will run this module, so what will happen? Here it is saying hello Muhammad Nabid, and we are not passing any name, so it is saying hello Mr. XYZ, and after that it is saying hello Doraemon. If you are passing this name, this value will not print. If you're not passing this name, then the default value of this parameter will print here. Are you guys understanding this code?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. Okay, so for suppose I'm creating here one function. Okay, suppose add. My function name is add, and here I am writing a, and I'm writing here b, 1, okay, or B 10, and C is what? Suppose 40. Okay, and I'm writing here print A, print B, and print C. Okay, so if I will call add function, will it give any error or not? If I will call add function like this, will it give any error or not? Tell me
It
guys.
will give error.
It will give error. Why? Because we have one required argument. A is what? One required argument. And this is what B and C are the default arguments. Okay. So when you have a parameter which is not initialized with any value, so we must need to pass a value. So this is what? Error. If you will pass 10, then after that what will happen? It is no more error because we are fulfilling the requirement of A, right? We are fulfilling the requirement of A, but we are not fulfilling the requirement of B. So if you are not passing any value in B parameter, so it will take its default value, which is 10. Similarly, we are not passing C value at the time of calling this add function, so it will take default value of C, which is 40. So here what it will print? It will print A value. 10 will pass into A, so it will print what? 10. And what is the B value? B value will be 10 because 10 is coming here. And what will be the C value? C value will be 40. So here it will print what? 40. So if I will run this code, so it will print 10 and 10 and 40. Suppose here I am passing B value also. I am passing 99. So what will happen? This B value, which is previously default, is what? The default value of B is 10, which will replace by the B value. If we are passing parameters value at the time of calling a function, so the default value will replace by the actual value. Okay, so this is the actual value we are passing for B. So if we are passing value in B, it will not take the default value. So what will be the value of B? It will be 99. But we are not passing value in C, so it will take default value, which is 40. Okay, so like this, like that, it is printing. So if I will pass value in C as well, okay, like I am passing values like 19. Okay, so this default value, which is 40, will replace by the actual value, which is 19. So it will be 19, right? So it will print 19. So as you can see here, it is printing 10, 99 and 19. Are you understanding this, guys? All of you?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, good. Let me take another file. 6. Function with return value. Okay, so a function can return a value as well. How to create the function? Just use def keyword, and here I will write the function name. Suppose my function name is what? Okay, my function name is send. Okay, and here I'm going to return one value, which is abc. Okay, I'm returning one value which is abc. So if you will call this function right now, so what will happen? It will not print anything. It is not printing anything. So can I call this function send? Yes, we are calling which function? Send function. Is it requiring any parameters? No, there is no parameter, so we don't need to pass any value. So if we will call this function, and if I will run this, so we are not getting any output. So see, this send function is returning one value which is abc. The send function is returning one value which is abc. So at the time of calling this function will invoke and after completing this last line, it will bring this ABC to the calling statement. Okay, so here ABC will return. Suppose R1 is equals to send. So send function is returning what? ABC. So ABC will received by R1. If I will print here, R1, so you will see this return value. Okay, return value will store in R1 and I am printing what? R1. So what I will get in output? A, B, C. I will get what? A, B, C. I'm getting ABC. Yes or no? Yes, we are getting this. Suppose if I am writing here, some values like 10, 20, 30, 40, so this function, this send function is returning these values and it will return to R1. Okay, and we are printing R1. So what is our R1 now? Our R1 is these values, so it will print these values. So it is printing what? These values. Okay, let's see another program. Function to return addition of two numbers. Okay, so for example, I'm creating here one function called def. Okay, and it will return what? Return a plus b. It will return a plus b, or we can say it will return 10 plus 20. Okay, so where it will return? It will return from where it is calling. So where it is calling, actually we are calling it here. So it will return something, that something I will hold in R1. Okay, R1 is holding what? The addition written by the add function. So can I print here R1 like addition? Can I print here R1 like addition? So what it will print? Addition is what? R1. R1 is nothing but 10 plus 20 is 30. Okay, so 30 is returned by this add function and it will received by R1 function and it will print addition is 30. It is printing what? Addition is 30. Okay, so can I take this value? Can I take this 10 and 20 as an argument? Can I pass 10 and 20 as an argument? 10 comma 20. So if you are passing argument 10 and 20, so there should be a parameter to receive this 10 and 20. So I'm writing here a comma b. I am writing. So I don't want to add this values. I want to add two values, which is a plus b, because a is holding argument 10 and b is holding argument 20, and we are adding a plus b. Adding a plus b is nothing but adding these values. Okay, so it is printing what? 30. Okay, suppose if you want, like I don't want to pass value directly here, I will create two variables like a and b, and inside a variable I will keep 100 and inside the b variable I will keep 200, and after that I will pass here argument which is a comma b. Okay, so here we will call a comma b is what? Argument, and here we will call a comma b is parameters. Okay, these are what? Parameters, and here ab is what? Argument. At the time of calling function we pass argument and a function can receive parameters. Okay, a function can receive parameters, right? Getting this? So I'm passing here ab and a value is 100, b value is 200. Okay, and this will received by this, and it will add two values and it will return a plus b, and r1 will hold the result and we are printing r1. Okay, so it is printing what? 300. But suppose you want, I don't want to give these values like this, I want to take this value from the user. So you will mention first what type of value you want to ask from the user, like integer value I want to ask, and b is also, we will also will hold integer value. Okay, so how will you take input from the user with the help of input function. With the help of input function. Okay, so will you give some message before taking the input from the user? Yes. Enter A. I will give one message which is enter A. I will give another message which is enter B. Right? So I am giving A and B. Right? And this A and B value we are passing in which function? Add function. And this A and B will receive these values given by the user. Suppose user given here 30 and user given here what? 40. Okay, so this 30 hold by A and 40 hold by B, and 30 and 40 is sending in which function? Add function, and we are adding 30 and 40 and it will return 30 and 40 which is 70 to the R1, and we are printing result is what? R1, means addition is R1. So first it is asking A value. Suppose I am giving the same value which is 30, and second value I am giving 40. So it is giving what? Addition is 70. If I will run this again, so I can pass another value which is like 1001. So it is giving 1001. Okay, so are you understanding this code? Any confusion, anyone?
No, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. Okay, so function to receive. Okay, function to receive multiple values. Okay, so def, I will, how to create a function? I will create a function, okay, with def keyword, and after that what I will do, I will write the variable, I mean function name. Suppose my function name is total marks. Okay, and here I will create one parameter marks. Okay, if you are writing star before the parameter, if you are writing star before the parameters, such kind of parameters are known as variable length, variable length argument, or parameter. Okay, if you are seeing star before the parameters, which is nothing but variable length parameter. Okay, so it can hold multiple values. Like how it can hold? Suppose I'm writing here total marks. Okay, and I can pass here like how much marks? Like 88, 99, 77, and 66 and 89. So these are the marks I am passing. And how many variables I have created? I have created only one variable, and this one variable is enough to hold this all the marks. If I will print this, if I will print the marks, so what it will print? It will print all the values. It will print all these values. Okay, so let me just print, let me just write here comment. So it will print all the values. See, let me run. So it is printing this, but what I want to add this marks and I want to return the sum. I want to return the total of the marks. How can I return the total of the marks? So in order to add these all values, I have one variable which is sum. We have one function, predefined function, which is sum, and here I will write marks. So whatever values hold by this marks, it will add all the values, and after that I will return this. Okay, so it will return to the calling statement. Here we are calling total marks function, and it will return the total marks. So I will store total marks in R1, and can I print here like print total marks? Okay, so total marks are nothing but R1. Okay, so this is how we can calculate the total marks with function. Okay, so these are the total marks. Are you getting this, guys?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. Okay, so next program. This is ninth program. Okay, function with keyword argument. Okay, function with keyword argument means, so how to create the function with def. Okay, and here I am writing student details. Okay, function name is what? Student details. So whenever you will see double star before the parameter's name, what is our parameter name? Details. And if you are seeing two stars before the parameters, this is nothing but keyword argument. Such parameters are known as keyword argument. If you will see one star means this is variable length argument, but this is what? Keyword argument. Okay, and what type of values we can pass inside this function? We can pass values inside what? Student details functions, like we can pass key and values. What is name is a key and we can pass here value. Okay, and for example age is a key and we can pass value like 30, right? And suppose marks is a key and we can pass value is what? This. Okay, and country is a key and we can pass here value is what? India. Okay, so like that we are passing. And if you want to print this detail, if I will write directly here details, so it will print. Okay, it will print all the details. Okay, so I forgot to write here some I mean assignment operator. So it is printing all the keys and values. Name is a key and this is the value. Age and this is the value it is printing. So this keyword argument can hold key and values. Okay, suppose I want to print only keys. I want to print only keys, which is name and which is age, which is marks. I want to print only keys. So can I, what can I write here? I can write here keys. So it will print all the keys. So what it is printing? It is printing all the keys. What are the keys are there? Name, age, marks and country. But I want to print values as well. So if you want to print values as well, just write here details and here you will write values. Okay, so this is nothing but values function. It will take only the values from the key. Okay, it will fetch only the values. Right, so we are getting here values. So these are the values. Okay, suppose if you want to print,
Sir, your screen is stopped.
is my okay, my screen stopped. Is it visible now?
Sir, your screen is not visible.
Okay, it is not visible. Just let me reshare it. Okay, just let me share the screen once again. Okay, is it clear? Is my voice clear, guys? And what about my screen? Is it visible?
Now it is visible, sir.
Okay, okay. So let's come back. So here it is what? Here we are passing key and values. Key and values. Because keyword argument receive what? Key and values. So here name is key and MOHD is value. Age is key and 30 is the value. So here I want to print only the keys which is held by this keyword argument and I want to print only the values. Okay, so it will print like this. It is here it is printing only the keys and here it is printing only the values. Okay, what is the key? Name. What is the value? Muhammad. What is the key? Age. What is the value? 30. What is the key? Marks. And what is the value? This is. But suppose if you want to print key and values all together, so you can use here details dot items. Okay, so it will print all key and values together. Okay, so here it is printing key and values as a pair. Key and value as a pair it is printing. But suppose if you want to print in different styles, so you can use for loop as well. For key comma value. Key comma value. Okay, from key and value in details. Okay, and key and values is returned by items function. So here also I will apply items. Okay, and here I will print key using FSD. I will print key and I will print value. So here I will print key and here I will print value. Right. So if I will run this code, so you will see all the key and value is printing. This is what key and this is value. Okay, so these are the different approach I am following to printing this values. Getting this? Getting, guys, everyone? Yes or no?
Yes, sir. Got it.
Got it. Okay, so after that we have to discuss another function.
Your voice is breaking, sir.
Voice is breaking. I think. Okay, is it clear now? Is it clear? Is my voice is clear to all? Yes or no? Okay, so I'm stopping my class here and tomorrow we'll continue because there is some network issue. So due to this network issue, we cannot continue the class. So if you're watching the recording, so I'm finishing the class here and tomorrow we will discuss, I mean, in the next class, we will discuss the remaining topics. Alright, so thank you everyone for watching, for giving your time.